Welcome back to the Benchwarmers Breakdown. Today I'm here with Joe, Jackson, and Luke. Jackson and Joe have both been on it before. Luke has not. Today we're going to be talking about both the NBA and how things are heating up for the playoffs and March Madness. What do you want to start out with, Jackson?
Let's go with playoffs.
Playoffs?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so right now the West, there are 6 teams within 2 games of each other. We got our Lakers. Let's just start out with the Lakers. Right?
Lakers, my king.
Okay.
Labreezy.
The Lakers just beat the Thunder by 30 points.
30 points.
30 points. They were up 30 at halftime. SGA did not shoot a single free
The
throw.
Thunder's a young, good team, too.
They are.
Yeah.
They're the 1 seed locked in. It's the most wins we've seen by an NBA team for a couple of years now.
Exactly.
Might be since the 2016 Warriors. It might be. So they're very promising.
Are they beating the Warriors record right now?
No. They can't. But they're gonna end up with like 67 wins, like something like that. So what are you doing, dude?
He's closing the door. Don't worry about it.
And then the other teams like Nuggets. Let's start out with the Nuggets. Have you seen Nikola Jokic's performances lately?
Dude, what do you have? What, like
61, 10, and 10.
That's insane.
Last night he had 41, 15, and 13.
Historic.
Generational talent.
Wait, say that in the mic, Joe.
Generational talent. You don't gotta get that close.
Yeah. He is definitely generational. What do you think he is all time, Jackson? Top what all time?
Okay, I gotta be honest.
Is he in the GOAT debate?
I gotta be honest. He's kind of crazy. Like,
Yeah.
the shots he's making on some of like the major stars in the league is
Nuts.
it has to be recognized. It has to be recognized. So I think confidently I can say he's probably top 10 all time.
I like that a lot.
Confidently.
I mean, when he retires, I think he's going to be a top 7 player ever.
Yeah.
I'd say
That's
top
not-
5.
That's not
I
ridiculous.
don't mind that.
That's not ridiculous.
If he stays on this trajectory, I think he's the best player in the 2020s.
Yeah. Well, do you
So
think
far.
he could be
Well,
in
okay,
the GOAT debate
which
because of that?
What was the 2020s?
Give Luke the mic.
Do you think he could be in the GOAT debate because of that? Because we had the
Nah,
old age, we had the old age MJ,
Absolutely.
right? And then we had like 2000s LeBron. Who's next, bro? I'm saying Jokic.
I don't think Jokic has the it factor that Braun.
Yeah, I think. Sorry, I don't mean to.
Like, even Kareem, I don't think he can ever pass Kareem.
Mm.
Kareem had, for a long time, the most points without shooting a single 3. They changed rules because of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. In college, you weren't allowed to dunk because he was so dominant. That's why he developed the hook shot.
Yeah.
So I can't see Jokic passing him, especially because he doesn't show effort on the court.
Yeah.
He's not a two-way player. He's not bad on defense necessarily, but he's not good either.
Right.
Whereas LeBron's obviously a great defender. Jordan's obviously a great defender.
Yeah.
Kareem's a really good defender.
Yeah.
So that he can't be the GOAT, but he's putting up historic numbers. He's averaging a 30-point triple-double. First time that's happened since Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
Whew.
What are you doing?
What you want to say?
Joe, wait.
Joe, say
Josiah. Josiah.
He's not even in the debate, and he never will be for the GOAT.
All right, that's why I was asking you
Who's
if
the
you
GOAT?
in the debate.
Who's the GOAT?
Jordan, it's not close.
Joe.
All right, let's not get political. Let's not get
Let's
political.
not get
Let's
get
off
crazy
topic.
here.
Let's get back to the topic.
Wow. I'm not even saying that.
Jordan's on another level.
Stop. We're not talking about
That's-
Jordan
A
yet.
team that clinched.
LeBron is better.
A team that clinched the playoffs last year, or like yesterday, the Rockets clinched the playoffs.
Yeah.
They're not a playing net. They clinched the playoffs, beating the Warriors. Did you see what Steph Curry did?
What do you have like?
3 points on 10% shooting.
Pathetic.
3 points on 10% shooting. He made a near half court buzzer beater. That was his only shot that went in.
Pathetic.
Didn't shoot a single free throw.
What happened to him, bro?
They were face guarding him so much, and I think that's what we're gonna see from teams now versus Golden State because the Rockets proved that it works. Because yes, Jimmy Butler is a really good player, but he can't play by himself.
Yeah.
He's been struggling in Miami. Like he was struggling in Miami. That's another part of why they would trade him. Now that Steph can space out the floor for him, he has so many opportunities. So that's why you take away Steph and you make it a 4-on-4 game. You trust your 4 guys versus the Warriors' 4 guys.
Right.
I mean, it worked for them.
Yeah.
They held them under 100 points.
Yeah.
Podziemski hasn't been very good this season. I mean, he had a really good game versus the Lakers because everyone has a good game versus the Lakers. I mean, their supporting cast is just not good. I don't think the Warriors are going to do anything in the playoffs.
Yeah. That's sad too, because all you really need to do to beat the Warriors is guard Curry.
Yeah.
Because His performances are what wins them. How much did he have the other night? Like 50 something.
Yeah,
52?
I want to say 50. Yeah, 52, 53.
52, yeah.
And I thought that was ridiculous. And then
Crazy.
I watched the next game, and Jokic dropped a 60-point triple double, highest scoring triple double in NBA history, 61.
It's crazy.
And he does it.
Boy over there behind the camera got a Denver Nuggets thing on too.
Oh yeah. Big man.
Another guy. You know who's the most underrated player in the league right now?
Who?
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Ooh, he has some crazy stat lines.
2 games ago,
Yeah.
35, 17, and 20. Wow. You don't even hear about it because the media does not cover him because he's not in the MVP race, but he's by far the 3rd best player in the league.
Yeah.
The gap between him and the 2nd best player in the league is a lot closer than the gap between him and the 4th best player in the league.
Yeah.
Which I think it's Tatum. Because
At 4?
yeah, I think Tatum's 4. What are you looking at, Joe? Say what you gotta say.
Yeah, Joe, speak your mind.
Absurd takes. That's absurd.
What's your
takes.
top
Okay,
five?
what's your
Top
take,
five.
Joe?
Don't
Yeah,
worry
Joe.
about it.
Don't worry.
I have
Okay.
personally me. I think Nikola Jokic is the best basketball player in the world. Now, do I
agree.
think?
I thought he was about to go with the hot take. No.
Race.
All right, I think he's the best basketball player in the world. I do not think he's gonna win MVP because voter fatigue's a thing. Happened in the NFL. That's why Lamar Jackson didn't win it, even though he had better stats. I think Josh Allen deserved it, but that's off topic. Even when Joel Embiid won MVP over Jokic, Jokic was averaging a 25-point triple-double with the best team in the league.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the situation that he's in right now with Shea.
Yeah.
He's averaging a 30-point triple-double, but Shea has the best team in the league, and he's averaging the most points. And what Shea deserves an MVP. He 100%, if he wins it, I'm not going to be too mad. Jokic has already won 3. Do I think Jokic should win it? Yes, but I wouldn't be too mad at Shea winning it. I think the free throw merchant narrative is terrible. So Jokic at 1, Shea at 2, and then Giannis at 3.
Right.
I think Tatum is probably 4, and then 5 is up for grabs. Definitely not this season, but a fully healthy Luka Doncic is probably in front of Tatum.
That's fair. That's fair.
Even Anthony Davis, maybe. Like, there's so many guys around the league. Like, Evan Mobley's been playing awesome. He's not a top 10 player.
Shout out to Evan Mobley.
He's not even a top 10 player. I don't know why I said that, but Donovan Mitchell when he's on. Like, there's so much talent in the league. There's a player on every single team that's averaging, like, probably over 20 points. I think. I think the Jazz might have, like, 2 averaging, like, 19.
I used to know Evan Mobley when I was a younger kid too.
You knew him? Well, he played for Compton Magic, so
Yeah,
that's...
well, his dad, Eric Mobley, is friends with my dad still.
Oh, that's sick.
And he trained my brother Evan. in basketball.
Really?
Eric Mobley.
That's sick.
It was pretty sick.
What a connection.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're going to just keep focusing on the Western Conference because Eastern Conference, they have, like, 3 good teams. They have the Celtics, they have the Cavs, and they have the Knicks. The Pacers,
Yeah.
Well, how about the Pistons? They made the playoffs.
Mm.
Big turnaround. Shout out
Clap
to
it up
them.
for the Pistons.
Yeah.
Clap it up for the Pistons.
They're overrated.
Bro,
Joe, they are not overrated.
Joe, who are you talking to saying the Pistons are overrated? Nobody's overrated.
So are you looking up your hot takes?
He's looking up best NBA player.
Best NBA players currently.
It's valid. No, it's valid because that gives us like more ideas. But
Yeah.
I appreciate that. But Kate Cunningham,
Ooh, Kate.
what a guy. And,
that's Kate in there.
and I always see like, oh, LaMelo should have made the All-Star team over Kate. Hell no. LaMelo is the most overrated. I've said that before. I'll say it again. He drops. Sure, he averages 25 points, shooting 30% from the field. That's not efficient. You're not a winning player. You can't win by doing that. So those 5 teams are like the only real contenders in the East. If I were to power rank them, I'd say Celtics have the best chance of returning to an NBA championship.
Yeah.
Just because they're so deep and they have. What are you looking at me
I
like?
want the Lakers to win it, though.
I mean, I want them to, but I'm saying like on the Eastern Conference they're turning, right? So, but the second is definitely the Cavs. A fully healthy Knicks team could be a little bit scary, but their shooting kind of concerns me.
Exactly.
I would love to see. I honestly wouldn't mind the Cavs winning.
Yeah.
I really like that team. I like Donovan Mitchell. I like Darius Garland. I like. They got DeAndre Hunter. Or no, they didn't. They had what's his name? They got a new guy from the Hawks, and I'm just blanking on his name right now. But I think it is DeAndre Hunter. He's averaging like 18.
Yeah.
So they're really well rounded. They have.
Keep talking.
They have Max Strus also. They have a bunch of core pieces. The Celtics also are very well built. Obviously, they won it last year.
Right.
That's why I don't know if they're gonna be able to knock off the Celtics with all that experience.
Yeah, the Celtics definitely have the experience over most of the other teams because of obviously their previous, what's it called? Obviously their previous sight in the championship.
Yeah.
And what they just recently won, and their team is pretty solid, showing that they can or are willing to make a return this year too.
Yeah.
But I'm not a Jason Tatum
I
guy.
understand that.
I'm just
But
not a Jason Tatum guy.
even if those two teams match up, right? Just hypothetically,
Right.
I think far
That's my count.
and wide, Jason Tatum is the best player in that series.
Yeah.
So, most often when teams are very evenly matched in series, the team with the better player usually wins.
Yeah.
Now, throughout history, like obviously it goes both ways.
Exactly.
Like Nikola Jokic would be going to the finals every year if that is the way it works, but it's not how the way it works. Let's go back to the West.
Right.
So it's very stacked. It's the most stacked the West has been in a while.
I think ever.
I think that's a little bit of a stretch, but I don't mind it. Who's like your dark horse team from the West?
Like what you mean?
Like a team that like you might not expect to like go far, but like you think they're gonna go far.
The Phoenix Suns.
They're not even gonna make the playoffs.
Okay. Watch them.
They could.
Okay, but I do always root for Kevin Durant.
I mean, you can't. That's what. Yeah. See, if they make the play-in, they can 100% make the They can win the
Yeah.
first round again if they win the
I
play-in.
could. I can't say I could see that, but I'm a hope for that.
Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, two of the best players in the league.
That's
Top
true.
15.
That is true. But like, think about it. I think if the Suns like really focused on getting more players that could surround the two stars they have and like really support
Well,
them,
they can't. They don't have enough money because Bradley Beal.
they can get rid of him.
Yeah.
They can get rid of
And they got rid of Nurkic. They got Nick Richards, who's a pretty solid big man. Yeah, Grayson Allen, who's pretty solid, but they're not deep. Yeah, that's their problem. That's why they're not good.
Off topic, who's projected to?
Cooper Flag?
No, I heard he's going 2 years at Duke.
I don't. No, there's no way. When you're a number one overall pick, you don't. No matter who has the number one pick, you are not passing that up. Because there's no guarantees the number one pick next year. And NBA, I understand NIL, but NBA money is different. It is different.
Okay, which team right now, if Cooper was to go, is projected to get it?
See, it's a lottery, so you can't really project it because
Right.
I don't know. I don't think the number one projected team, like percentage wise, has got the first overall pick in a long time.
Right.
So you can't even I was gonna mention this when we were talking about the college basketball teams, like who we would want to see realistically Cooper Flag
Exactly.
on, but we'll get to that. Yeah, I think he's special, but I mean that's not saying anything. Everyone thinks that
Exactly.
for good reason. I think it's very warranted.
What do you think about Cooper Flag?
I mean, I don't know. I just feel like if he were to go
It's close to
somewhere,
the money.
oh, my bad. If he were to go somewhere, I mean, he would just really make the biggest impact on
Yeah.
that team. And you know, in the NBA, it's just a whole different game, anyways. So I want to see how he plays in the higher level.
Yeah, the big leagues.
Mm-hmm.
Hot take here, but I don't know if Cooper Flag's talent will transfer well to NBA.
Oh.
I mean, we haven't seen a guy like him in a college level
Yeah.
for a little bit,
Yeah.
but I still I think he fits in the NBA.
And I think he'd be able to deal with all the pressure and all the eyes being on him
Exactly.
because you know he's had the spotlight for so
Yeah,
long.
yeah, even
so he
ever
can
since
deal
high
with
school.
all that. Yeah.
Ever since high school.
Ever since high school, he's been dealing with that, and he knows he's a good player.
Yeah.
And he knows that he can compete at the highest level. So
Yeah.
that's what he's gonna do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that Houston game. How did he do in that Houston game?
So I was gonna wait to talk about this for future, but we can talk about it right now. There's a narrative that Cooper Flag is not clutch, and I hate that narrative.
He's not clutch.
Okay, Joe. I hate that narrative because everyone says, "Oh, he missed the last shot." Watch the whole game. He had 27.7 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 3 blocks.
Yeah.
He well-rounded, playing amazing defense. Joe, you trying to take it out of
Joe, what are we doing?
He was playing amazing defense. Sure, he missed the last shot. Sure, they called you were watching the game?
I was watching a little bit.
Okay. So there was a foul called on Cooper Flag where Tyrese Proctor missed a free throw,
Right.
and they called him over the back. That was complete BS. No way that was a foul. They were up by 1 point.
Right.
It was, and so Houston's player gets to go shoot a 1-on-1. He makes both. So that's why Houston wins. Because of a bad call by the ref. And to call Cooper Flag not clutch for that is just, it's stupid to me. He had 27 points. He's been playing good all March.
Yeah.
That loss was nowhere near any of his fault.
Yeah.
What about his defense in the third quarter, though?
There's no quarters in college basketball, first off. Second off, as I said, he had
Start of the second half. You know that.
he had 5 stocks.
5 stops. How many points did he allow on?
I said stocks, like steals and blocks. I don't know how many points he allowed on exactly. He's guarding their big man who is not necessarily a scorer. So he was solid defensively. And he had some big plays at the very end of the game. He had some big shot blocks. He had a corner 3 that I thought iced it. Obviously it didn't. But there was like 2 minutes left. He hits a big corner 3, and he's clutch. I don't care what anyone says.
That was a beautiful shot.
Alright. So you were saying with the bad calls, do you think that like robot refs could be used in the NBA? Like
No.
No?
No.
Like
Why?
why?
Because calls are like, I don't know how to explain this, but there's certain times when a ref can call a foul and you just can't call a foul. Like if you have like a ticky-tack foul with 2 seconds left, the championship on the line,
Yeah.
you can't call that. Like that's the Cooper Flag foul. It might have been a foul, like it's a 50-50. If that gets called in the first quarter or the first half, like the first 5 minutes of the game, I wouldn't mind. Like I wouldn't mind that. It would still be a.
It's just because it's the.
I would have thought it's a bad call,
Right.
but you can't, like as a ref, unless it's completely blatant, you can't call that.
Yeah.
But that's why I think that robot refs wouldn't do the game
Because
justice.
they're just slow it down. So
Yes,
much.
exactly. And there would be more fouls called.
Yeah.
Because obviously refs aren't perfect. They're not going to see everything.
Mhm.
It's part of the game.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a very interesting topic. Back to the West though. I think a team that. All right. How about this? Do you have a team that you think that just couldn't make a run? There's no way. The Mike's where yeah.
Pelicans.
Pel-
Couldn't make a run.
No, I'm talking about a playoff team. You don't think it's gonna do anything. Like,
Oh,
first
okay.
round
I
exit.
thought you meant in general.
No, yeah, no. I thought
That's all me, brother. That's
No,
all
that's all good. I thought the Pelicans were gonna be good this year, but the injuries, man.
Because Zion eat everything in the kitchen wins. You know?
Brandon Ingram.
Yeah.
I like Brandon Ingram.
Okay. Okay. The Rockets.
I agree. No, that's okay. I was literally about to say the Rockets. They're so young. They're so young.
Yeah, the
But
Rockets.
keep going.
No, I'm saying the Rockets barely clinched it, right?
No, they're the 2 seed.
They're a 2 seed right now.
Yes, they're the 2 seed.
So I was not paying attention.
The West is
True.
wild. The West.
Okay, well, you get what I was thinking then, though. The Rockets are not going to do that.
It depends on who they're matched up. I think they could beat the Warriors. I mean, they just.
Oh, if they
destroyed-
do it the way that they, whoever they just did, guard Curry.
Yeah.
Then
I just
they
don't think
might
the
got
Warriors
it.
are good in general. I think that hot take. I don't like this team, but I think the Clippers could beat them in a 7-game series. Because that could happen.
That's not
It's a
ridiculous.
possibility.
That's not
And the
ridiculous.
Clippers, man,
Is
they have,
Kawhi playing right now?
Kawhi is playing, and he's playing. He's not doing crazy. He's not doing anything crazy, but
But it's Kawhi.
Kawhi in the playoffs.
We see him in Toronto.
Yeah. I mean, he's a shell of his old self, but
Yeah.
he's still a shot maker. Harden's playing really good. Powell's been playing really bad since coming back
Yeah.
from that injury, but still, I mean,
Exactly.
before that he was the best player on that team. They have I love Ivica Zubac. When the Lakers traded him for like nothing, I was so angry. Like that was one of the biggest blunders for the Lakers franchise.
I agree.
What team does Ivica Zubac play for? We were just talking about it.
The Rockets.
Oh, good try, buddy. Good try. That's all I'm gonna say. Good try.
Wait, who'd you say?
Zubac.
Oh, yeah. He plays for
Right.
the
Oh.
Clippers.
Oh, congratulations, Joe.
Good job. Good job.
But the Clippers are also kind of well-rounded. They have guys like Amir Kofi off the bench. They have experience, like obviously Harden's experienced, obviously Kawhi's experienced, and then they add guys like I know Ben Simmons, like the narrative, whatever. He's a jag. He's just a guy. We'll see. I mean, he's 6'10" and he can pass. Another thing that I need to think of, like I was thinking about over break, is could you imagine the Thunder didn't ever trade Josh Giddey?
Ooh. Okay, but is Giddy going crazy on the Bulls right now?
Yes.
Is he?
Yeah. You see the game he had versus
He's
the
going
Lakers?
crazy on some underage.
He had. Let me think about this. He had 2 crazy games. One of them was 8. He had like 15 points, 10 boards, and 18 assists. This is like he had a crazy like a weird triple double.
Yeah.
With 8 steals.
Okay.
The next game that they played, he had a half court buzzer beater with a triple double.
Damn.
So he's been popping off.
Damn.
He's been on the roll. So
Okay.
and Alex Caruso hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
And you get Caruso just for the defense. I understand that he's not an awesome defender, but he can play like he's not a liability. He's like 6'8".
It's a hot take. I think he's a pretty solid defender.
Oh, solid maybe.
Caruso?
No, he's talking Giddy.
Okay, what I say.
Well, Giddy's 6'8", so whatever. Like he's nothing crazy. I mean, he's nothing special at all. You're not putting him on the other team's best.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Joe?
Joe, what's
I'm
going
getting
on?
out.
This dude's like
Why are
crawling
you
under
getting
the
out,
table.
bro? Podcast just started. Come on, bro. You went it for the long haul. Bro.
All right, bye, Joe.
Come on. We got an escapee over here.
Why are you so kind
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah, Luke.
There we go.
Who are you on
Oh yeah.
Get nice and cozy.
Hell yeah.
There we go.
Nice and cozy. Isn't
All
this
right.
so much better? Just like a
So
yeah.
I guess it's not really a dark horse team, but a team that's been underperforming that I think could go on a big run in the playoffs. I think the Nuggets. The Nuggets could 100%. They're the best player in the world.
I think they can win again, honestly. I think
I
they
don't
can.
mind that. They have a very similar team from last season. Jamal Murray
Yeah.
is gonna perform in the playoffs. That's just what he does, especially versus the Lakers.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, I don't know what happened last time, bro. They were frying the Lakers.
Jamal. And then MPJ is MPJ, right? Christian Braun's been playing awesome. I love Peyton Watson.
Yeah.
They're a very well-rounded team. So you can't ever count them out.
Wait.
Never. Let's go to college now. Let's talk about the Final Four, and then we can talk about predictions for the championship that's happening tonight. Do you have any like thoughts that stand out, or should I just?
You start talking.
Wait, can I?
Yeah,
No,
Joe,
Joe,
you
you
can
left.
say something, even though you left.
Okay, starting with the women's basketball, I think UConn's performance was incredible.
Well, they have
You
Paige.
watched women's basketball?
Paige Beakers?
Paige Beckers. Yeah, Paige Beckers is tough. Hey, shout out Paige Beckers.
Let's
She's
go.
tough. Not as good as Peyton Clark. Not quite, but she's
I
still.
think she is.
I've not seen very much about Caitlin Clark, honestly, in a
Well,
while.
because it's off season for NBA.
That's
or
right.
WNBA. And, oh my, can we talk about Angel McDonald's worker Reese? I mean, how many?
She's horrible.
You see that jump shot?
Yeah, honestly, I think I could beat her on ones.
I swear I probably could, bro. Yeah, I had to
She's
spin
6'10",
it.
but like,
But she can't keep that.
Yeah, no, you're dunking on her.
But like you blocked me back in freshman year. So
Pinned off the back, or not pinned, but blocked off the backboard.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Dang,
reliving old days.
That's
man.
bad looks. I'm not
That's
gonna
bad
lie.
looks.
Anyways, so let's start with the Auburn versus Florida game. Did you watch any of that or?
I was keeping up with my bracket, but I was gone.
Oh.
Sorry. I was keeping up with my bracket, but I was gone a lot of the time during when
Yeah.
the games were playing.
So Florida's like slightly trailing for most of the game. I think they're
Yeah.
down 10 at halftime. I want to say.
Yeah.
Walter Clayton Jr. Oh my goodness!
Fake name.
Dude, he's so cold. You forget his name's Walter. It's all tangled. Yeah, don't worry. Dude, Walter Harwood. So, I mean, you can the quality's good. Yeah. Okay, good. He dropped 34 points in 34 minutes on 60% shooting.
Right.
The shots that he takes are just ridiculous. Like have you watched any of like the Florida games? Texas Tech. Let's just go back to the Elite Eight versus Texas Tech. Walter Clayton. You're just struggling with that. Yeah, I understand. 2 minutes left, down 9. Walter Clayton rolls him back for a win. This guy, I've never, and I might be forgetting about someone. I've never seen a shot maker this good in college basketball.
He is a real. You might be right, honestly. He's a really
bucket.
good shot. Cat would be on the bucket.
He
bucket.
The way he shoots, like he reminds me of Curry
Yeah,
in little ways. I'm not saying he's obviously not as good as Curry.
He got those flashes in him.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. The shots he takes, like he'll like be dribbling, he'll like heavily contested shot from the corner, fading into the corner, nothing but net. He's the only player in college basketball that can make that shot.
That's facts.
That's
true.
And that's an NBA level shot.
And some NBA players be missing it.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
Only like the high tier bucket getters.
And he might be one of them.
Mm-hmm. And the craziest thing about it is he was a 0-star basketball recruit. He was I think he was a 4-star or 5-star football recruit.
He's raising his draft stock though right now.
Oh, I think he should be a late first rounder. Because he is a senior. He's old, but don't connect. He's 24.
He's
He's solid. He's on. He's on. I gotta get quoted. I don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure he's about
Uncle Connect, bro.
He's old. So that Florida versus Auburn game, a part of me is kind of happy seeing Florida because they're a lot more fun to watch in my opinion. They're higher paced offense than Auburn, and I don't like players like Janai Broom. Respect for that guy. I'm not gonna slander him. He's a good player. I hate that type of basketball. The 80s type of like low post. It's not fun to watch.
Yeah.
You just catch it in the paint and then you just put your back to the basket, dribble backwards, and then make a lip. Do you know who Drew Timme is by any chance? This guy played for Gonzaga. I'm a UCLA fan. That team beat UCLA. They're 11 seed to the Final Four.
Yeah.
No one ever talks about that. That was a fun run. Jalen Suggs buzzer beater.
Yeah.
It was that run. This guy Drew Timme played the exact same way, and I absolutely hated it. So watching the game just reminded me of that. And Janai Broom, it came down to he can't shoot free throws. 60% shooter.
Free throws win games, people.
Yep, they do.
Yeah.
They do.
I quote that.
Put it in the book.
Okay.
It's about the clutch time, man. It's about the clutch time. And even going back to the Duke game, Proctor missed a free throw. There was a bunch of missed free throws in clutch moments. That's whatever. And this is really, really random. I had no idea Tyrese. That's why I'm saying it like that. I had no idea that Tyrese Proctor was Australian. Did you know that?
He's Australian.
He's Australian. That's what I'm saying.
I've never seen an Australian bucket. I mean,
he got interviewed and I was like, he's from down under. Oh, so, yeah, come here.
oh yeah, hop on the pod.
Yeah, I'm on the phone.
Oh, yeah, I told him.
Oh, fine. And then Auburn also has this guy named Chad Baker-Mazar. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's 25. Want to hear the worst part about that?
Yeah.
He gets another year of eligibility. He'll be 26 years old playing college basketball next year.
That's just gotta be illegal.
26?
Are they even gonna draft him after that?
No, he's not gonna. He's a good college player, but there's a big difference between college and the NBA.
Yeah, that's true. What's your predictions for the championship game tonight?
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard for me to say. I think like I've taken Florida. That's who I had winning. But the way that Houston plays is so slow. That's why I wanted Duke to win so bad.
Yeah.
Duke plays super fast. Duke Florida would have been so fun.
Yeah.
Very high scoring. This Florida team, this Houston team is very slow. They take all 30 seconds of the shot clock to get a shot up. That's why they beat Duke, because they play at their own pace.
Yeah.
That's why I think they have a chance of beating Florida. Florida's really, really big though.
Yeah.
They're both very experienced. It's very even. If I were to pick, again, goes down to picking the best player in these 7 games. I'm taking Walter Clayton Jr. and the Gators. If someone comes up to me and tells me that Houston's gonna win, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Personally, I thought Houston was gonna lose second round to Gonzaga. 5-point game, rough sold. I mean, I'm just salty about my bracket. I'm not taking anything away from Houston.
That's fair.
LJ Cryer had some crazy big free throws coming down the stretch. 90% from the line.
Yeah.
That's, again, free throws win you games.
Free throws win games.
And our Lakers, LeBron and Luka are not good free throw shooters. They both are like 75%, which is crazy because they're bucket guys.
Yo, watch you tweaking, bro.
It's tweaking.
You can't
Yeah, you
cuss.
can't say the S word, bro. That's some slang.
It's like
Just
about.
get a little
I feel like it's about to tase me.
Get a little bit.
Put on your.
Yeah, let me hear
I was
that.
trying. I got fired for.
Oh yeah, it's just tweaking.
Yeah.
Like it's
Is it like static or what?
yeah, I don't know. I hope it's not on the audio.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
It'll be okay.
Yeah.
Uh oh.
Let's see.
Tech man
It's
string
so
line.
tech
No,
man
it's fine,
string
it's
like
fine.
dangling.
Oh, it worked.
Oh my.
There we go.
Tech man
Shut up. There's no way. What was that? All right, we're talking about that Final Four.
Yeah.
Houston, I think the way Houston can win this is if they do play their pace, they play really slow, they play control basketball, and they contain Walter Clayton, which they can because they're the best defensive team in left. I mean, obviously left, but they were the best defensive team in the tournament. I think.
Yeah.
You do that.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
There we go. It's gonna be interesting, but that Duke versus Houston game, that might be. Don't quote me again. I think that could be the biggest comeback in Final Four. Like down, what was it, 15?
Yeah.
And stuff?
Yeah.
Damn.
I saw a video on that actually.
Damn.
That's what it was saying. It was the biggest comeback.
Duke's got a 7'2" center named Kamen Malawak. I did probably mispronounce that, but whatever. He averages I want to say 8 rebounds per game, 7 rebounds per game. He had 0. He's 7'2".
Sounds like Meme.
How did
Nah,
Man.
love you, man.
Love you, man.
But you know who the Houston center is? You know how tall he is?
No.
6'8".
6'8" versus
6'7".
6'7".
Okay.
So there's no excuse for that. And then Colin Kneppel also had a really good game. I think he had 18. His first half was ridiculous. He was making everything. I thought they were gonna blow by, but obviously they didn't. Crazy comeback. Yeah. All right. So the final thing I want to talk about is what team would you like to see Cooper Flag on the most? An NBA team. And I understand that's a very difficult question.
And I can't say the Lakers.
Well, realistic.
That's
Yeah,
biased.
yeah.
Biased.
But I'm upset.
Who do you like
Not
mesh with?
realistic.
Me?
Yeah. Who do you like mesh with the best?
See, I would like to see him on either the Spurs would be really cool because that young core.
I was thinking the Spurs or the
Spurs
Thunder
would
for
be
some
cool.
reason.
I wouldn't want to see. I want him to be I don't know how to explain it. I would hate to see him on the Wizards because that's a poverty franchise. Even though they are a poverty franchise, I would like to see him on the sorry, obviously not Thunder. The Hornets. I would like him on there.
I would like that.
Even though I'm not a big LaMelo Ball
I
fan,
love
I
LaMelo
am a
Ball.
huge Brandon Miller believer.
Okay.
I think Brandon Miller is really good.
LaMelo.
Mark Williams is really good. He'd fit in. I mean, they're missing a 4. Slide right in. Trey Man's been out the whole season, but he'll eventually get healthy. There's one more team I was just thinking of. Hold on. Just give me a couple seconds. That too, right? Oh my! But I don't want him to go to a team like the Wizards because, I mean, you've seen Sarr has been terrible. The Wizards are that's just where people go.
Is
for their
Sarr still on the
players.
Wizards?
Suck. Yeah.
He's so bad, I forgot about him, bro.
I mean, yeah, he's pretty damn bad, but I mean, he's been getting a little bit better as the season's been progressing. I don't even know who's all right. I think Castle should win Rookie of the Year,
Yeah.
but I don't even know, man. He's averaging 13, 4, and 3, I think. On pretty inefficient shooting, but there's no one else in this draft. This is the worst rookie draft class we've had in a long time.
That's
It's not ridiculous to
You're
say
not.
that.
You're not.
It's not ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous to say
And
that.
after
it's
a
not
really,
ridiculous
really
to
good
say.
draft class with Brandon Miller Wemby and a bunch of other guys.
Ridiculous. Who's it? Scoop?
That was Scoot too.
Yeah.
The Scoot's been meh, whatever. You know who has been meh? You know Denny Avdia? He has been balling.
Really?
Do you know he used to play for the Wizards actually. Now he's in the Trailblazers. I'm pretty sure that he has he might have the most points in April now. It was Curry, but he just had a 3-point game. Avdia probably just passed him. And Curry, in April, he went 50 points, 40 points. So Avdia's been averaging 30.
Yeah.
He had two triple doubles within the last couple weeks. He's balling. That's another team that I wouldn't mind seeing Cooper on. The Trailblazers.
I wouldn't mind actually. I wouldn't mind that.
I think they'd be a playoff team. Oh my gosh, this is the team. The best fit, in my opinion, is the Toronto Raptors. Hear me out. They're deep. They have Emmanuel Quickly, they have RJ Barrett, they have Scotty Barnes, they have Grady Dick, they have Jakob Poeltl, they have Ochai Agbaji. I'm missing someone that is pivotal. Jamal Shed. They have all the pieces. Brandon Ingram.
Right.
I think that Brandon Ingram can play point guard for them,
Yeah.
honestly. They have all the pieces that I don't know. I could see him making a playoff run last year. Now, I also thought the Pelicans could make a playoff run. In my defense, they all got hurt.
Yeah.
And also Zion doesn't play games, and I forgot about that.
It's Popeye's biscuits.
Tell me about it. All right, I think that's going to wrap it up.
All right.
Thank you all for coming on.
My pleasure,
problem.
man.
All right.
Joe's over there. He's just
Yeah, you just stay there. Oh, Joe, come say bye.
Thank you for having me.
All right, cool. See ya.